Good morning to all of you. Ms. Anne Olstad, Counsel General, Council of Norway in Mumbai. Mr. Subramaniam Sama, CEO, MD, L&T Hydrocarbon Engineering. Sri P.K. Goswami, Designate Director of Operations, Oil India. Sri Maulik Jasubhai, Chairman, Chief Executive, Jasubhai Group and Chemtech Foundation. Sri Sanjay Joshi, Country Manager, Eker Solutions. Invitees, guests, industry stalwarts, delegates, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. Let's go to the theme of Oil Gas Expo 2020. It talks about revitalization of mature fields using innovative technologies. See, theme is very apt. Oil prices have dropped below $50. There is a need for all of us to see that what we produce from our mature assets, because you don't need big pumping of money to produce oil from matured assets, being 70% of the assets today lie on brownfield. The worldwide production of about 100 million barrels, out of them 70 million barrels come from the matured assets located in the United States, Russia, as well as Middle East. Our oil and gas industry during last 7 to 8 decades played a key pivotal role in development of this modern world, what we see today. However, you all will agree that the industry is passing through a challenging time. You all are aware of the fossil fuels are not very dear and near energy input to all of us, and we are talking about that the carbon emission is causing little concern, and rather a major concern to mankind today. And we have committed ourselves to reduce the carbon emissions. Further to that, no major discoveries in the recent past, increase in cost of production due to maturing of major oil fields, and to add to it, prevailing low crude prices in international market, and also the increasing focus on unconventional energy resources like solar, wind, and as well as other renewable forms of energy. All over the world, governments are giving parallel thrust to increase share of unconventional energy and the energy requirements. On analyzing the present scenario of industry, we find exploration efforts are becoming harder worldwide as new hydrocarbons have been discovered in frontier areas such as deep water, Arctic, as well as remote and inaccessible, environmentally sensitive places. Monetizing hydrocarbon in such sensitive places requires time in addressing technology, logistics, commercial, environmental, social issues. You all will be very surprised to know that these difficulties are being experienced by many of us in India as well as outside. It becomes extremely difficult to get clearances, environment clearance, forest clearance, eco-sensitive zone clearance, wildlife clearance, and I think it's also required that government do due diligence, because all stakeholders need to be seen that they are taken along with this development process, whatever we take in our countries or our place of living. Lately, attention of international oil companies has shifted to unconventional resources. You know, US has become the major producer of oil and gas, and the major contributor to that is a shale oil and gas. Lately, attention, again, it's a challenging time. The potential and redevelopment of mature fields and gas field, which is been overlooked, is the industry game changer. With oil giants looking for technologies that will enhance their post-peak production. All of you are aware of, government has come out with many initiatives, ease of doing business. A lot of government reforms have been coming, and one of the major reforms recently in 2018 was that please produce more oil from the matured field, increase the recovery. This is only possible with enhanced oil recovery, because primary and secondary recoveries already has been done, Even though after that also the most of the producing fields in our country has low recovery factor, there's enough oil is still left underground and we need to take it out. And the only process which we anticipate is the EOR. Indeed, optimization of mature field presenting low risk opportunities due to low initial cost, safer return on investment, looks like a new profitable deal for oil and gas industry. Many companies and government have shifted their strategy to look for new oil in mature field, either redefining the redevelopment strategies by applying enhanced recovery technologies. Recently, government, while discussing the mature field, has said that we have many redevelopment projects located in offshore, but for small field redevelopment projects are not happening the way it should happen in a more projectized or in a field development project-wise. Now we talk about technology. At instant time, we are surrounded by technology. It is considered to be extremely important in business because it provides the faster and more efficient methods for getting desired outputs. Mature brownfield continues to play a significant role in oil global gas production. Maximizing production from brownfield and extending the plateau have become utmost priorities for E&P companies worldwide. At present, about 70% of world's oil and gas production, which I have said, comes from mature field. To stay in business of oil, E&P industry has accepted the challenge of increasing production from existing matured field through the use of effective technologies to stay competitive in world energy market. Let me tell you, all oil companies, whether they are national oil companies or they are multinational oil companies, they are independents, they are small oil and gas producers, everybody today is looking that most of the frontier oil and gas exploration production is likely to be more costlier. Please understand that today, even if the gas prices have fallen, most of the projects in India is getting unviable. If you have to produce, if the current gas prevailing prices of $2 to $3 or maybe $3.50, we can't exploit most of the reserves which is available within India, because most of the break-even points, even if unconventional like CBM, the break-even point coming is for minimum $5 or $5.5. So that's again the challenge. Globally, massive efforts are being put to minimize the decline from matured brown fields, such as improving well integrity, judicious well intervention to restart production from the idle wells. There are numerous ideal wells, the wells which are closed, lying worldwide. The efforts are today, even if the government effort is to ONGC as well as to Oil India to see that most of these wells which are drilled where the capital investment has been done is, if there is a possibility to produce from this, please see that we exploit these properties which has been created through public money, and we must see that we produce from these closed wells or the certain wells, and see the technologies are used to do it. And some of them is drilling through differentially depleted, multi-layered reservoirs, untapped deeper zones in a challenging task. Still, it is perceived that in India, sir, we have not gone to the deep. Most of our exploration production is still restricted not to the deeper layers, and there are a lot of efforts, and it is my understanding that we have huge reserves also accumulated. There are challenges to seismic images for the deeper horizons, but every likelihood with the advent of technologies and the age of digital, what we talk digital transformation, and the speed of doing work, supercomputing and all that, it will make these things possible in near future. Going to again specific to the topic, the brownfield rejuvenation is often very demanding in terms of complex and integrated reservoir studies. That is what is again need is that in the matured field we have enough data available, use data analytics, use big data, and see that how we can get this information of so many years available to all of us is utilized to the best possible manner. And that could be seismic inputs, petrophysical inputs, the more or less model inputs, as well as the production data available for so many years, drilling data, you have logging data, so many data is available to us, how we take benefit of those data and put an intelligence and see that we don't learn by failures, but by through the technologies we learn, and we reduce the cost and see that we are able to produce those difficult reserves at a less cost. That's what is the aim of all of us today here. We'll be discussing in most of our sessions where I think I have seen many of the very good topics. Efforts are being made on improved reservoir characterization. You need to know much deeper what is happening down the hole. For matured field, optimizing ongoing water floods involving locating the bypass oil, addressing the unswept areas through reservoir surveillance, and focus on innovative enhanced oil recovery techniques in mature brown fields to enhance the production levels. In country today, our recovery has been to the range of 30%, but there is every likelihood that we can take it to more than 45% if we put all our efforts seriously on the UR processes. Nevertheless, innovative projects are being implemented around the world to revitalize the mature oil and gas fields. Every mature field has unique characteristics, and often several viable options are available for revitalization of these fields. I am of firm belief that please go to the depth, use your knowledge of wisdom, skill, to see that you understand the smallest thing that happens to all of us in everyday, day-to-day life. Generally, we ignore it. Please kindly don't ignore it. Please see that if you have to revitalize the existing fields, and any walk of life today, go to the depth. I am telling you, you will get value out of it. And all of us has to see that that's very prevalent for mature field. Sustainable growth can be achieved by employing combination of new technologies, improved production methodologies. It is prudent to balance safety and project economics also. Very essentially, the value of property, value of human life is very costly today. People are very concerned. And today, you know, the kind of COVID-19 has been created in the whole world, and you all aware of. I would like to again point out, all of you must know it. You know, in Bombay, Western, Central, and Howrah line, every year about 3,500 people die. All of you may not know it. These are the facts. Every month in Bombay, only in a train accident, 3,000. So whatever we are talking about this social media, and I was very much impressed when the PM said that I will be trying to avoid it. This is also one of the things, is that because the information today goes very quickly, and sometimes it goes very, very sensitive the way it is proposed. Please don't get carried away by apply your own mind. We all have lived both generations without this high-tech digital information era, as well as non-high-tech, and please see that we make a balance of it. We all are impacted by this also today. I do not know, I personally feel that the oil prices may come down below $30 if it spreads for another, it may go to $15 also if it extends for another 4 months. This is I can very well say that, because I was flying yesterday from Bombay to Delhi. I've been flying for the last 2 to 3 years. Frequently, every day, maybe every 3 days I fly because of my job is being whole India. And you will all be surprised to know the airports are about 25 to 30% what is used to be. Yesterday night, I could see that very few people on the line, and there is absolutely, that is what it is going to impact all of us very soon, the kind of the virus fear is spreading across the country. And every likelihood we need to see that whether it stays long or not. I feel that India probably, if the temperature goes up maybe by 15th of April, I think if we are able to sustain all of us and take care of all the things, so by 15th of April probably this will get controlled too. It is my understanding, my reading for last few days. With the focus on R&D and development of innovative technology, increasing digitization in oil industry, dear friends, I have a very firm conviction. Digitization, if we really use it, it is going to create big productivity improvement in every walk of life. We don't repeat the mistakes every day. And the whole data which has been stored for so many, let's say how individual behaves. If we all of us know that this way we behave, we put as data that this we react to this situation this way, and we are taught that in last 20 occasions you have done this mistakes. So probably in the 21st occasion, I can very well say that I will not do those things. It is nothing but the big data, because we were the first when this minister, Honorable Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan took over as a Cabinet Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, he desired that please do data analytics we are not doing in this country and all that. We did a quick data analysis by giving one of the job to one of our leading service provider who does this data analytics. You will be surprised to know we got so good data. And all of us, all onshore assets got convinced that this helps. How to reduce drilling time. How do we optimize the wells and which assets, which fields we do it, so that at the end of the day we produce more. It was not very easy for us to immediately cope up because the oil field requires at least 1 and 2 years of time if you have to change your priorities. It's a 3-year cycle. But immediately we get some quick wins. We found that some of the wells we drilled, when we produce it, there is a big gap in production from completing a well till production of various fields and various geographies located within the country. This is what is the digital transformation. I am just looking for a day when wells will be drilled with full intelligence. Entire seismic data will be known to the driller. His console will have everything. He will have petrophysical properties. He will have previous well data. He will have the mud logging data. It will be controlled automatically. And the day will come when you will see the wells are drilled automatically with the data analytics and the artificial intelligence that goes, instead of driller using his brain, the drill bit will go by this intelligence. That those days are not very far, maybe another 10 years or 15 years. At the end, I would like to again say that with the focus on R&D, development, innovative technology, increasing digitization, and improved adoption of latest technologies, enhancing recoveries from hydrocarbon from mature field, I am sure that in today's next 2 days conference, we will have very, very fruitful discussion. We will take away a lot of good things are going to be talked. I will request most of the people who is from E&P upstream industries, please concentrate on some of the topics. I am fully convinced that we will get a very good out of it and implement in our day-to-day affairs and see that we bring prosperity to the nation. We will bring down the cost. This country is a poor country. We have to see that we bring down the cost. We produce effectively. And I am being a part of ONGC board, so we are the largest company in this country. And our profits are affected because of this low oil and gas prices as well, low volumes. Please see that we improve production and we really revitalize all matured field. And I expect more production and more recovery. That is what is there. With this, thank you all, and let's have a good beginning today. Thank you very much to all of you.